Hello and welcome to the review of the Kaiweets HT118A multimeter. This was supplied for review by Kaiweets. If you're one of those types of people that don't want to watch the whole video, I'll tell you I do recommend this thing, but it will surprise you for what reason. So you better watch the video. If you just want to rush out and buy one, there are links in the description below. Let's get started. Let's start with the unboxing. So open this up. And what you get inside is a manual, which is great. Nobody's going to read this, but it always has good information. You've got the meter itself. I already peeled the sticky off of the screen. The meter itself, tilting bail. Feels okay in the hands. Like, obviously, this is kind of like this sort of like rubbery stuff. It's great for impact resistance, I assume. It's not my cup of tea because, I'm not that rough on my electronics tools, so I'm not too concerned about the rubber. You also get this little box. I'm assuming, these are the leads. So the leads, they have these stupid covers on them, but they need these covers for a CAT rating, so that kind of makes sense. They're not super pliable silicone leads, but they're actually not too bad PVC. And they are rated, they're 20 gauge and rated 2000 volts. These wires are not, they're not CAT rated. So this is a little bit of a an oversight. There's these CAT plugs, which are actually easy to undo, which is nice. But I don't think the wires are CAT rated at all. The other end, 4mm bananas with the red protective thing here. So it's not going to corrode or anything, which is good. And you get a temperature probe. Pretty nice. So the feel in the hand. Switch is nice and springy. The detents are very solid. I like that. It has some sort of little bit of heft to it, which is kind of nice. It fits well in my hand, which is good. You can totally use the dial and the buttons without it falling off the tilting bail, so that's pretty nice. Let's see how the leads feel to go in. Very positive, so I feel quite happy with that. So I would say for the unboxing experience, the accessories installed or included in the box, the leads and how it all feels in the hand, pretty good. The probes are, wow, they are razor sharp. That's incredible. They're actually extremely sharp. They're catching my skin. They're a little bit uncomfortable to touch. So that's good. Great. Let's go take a look at its functions. So the dial has some pretty standard fare here. You've got volts, AC, and DC on the same indicator. You've got volts and millivolts separately. You've got a frequency and a percentage. You've got your resistance, your continuity, and your diode check. Capacitance, which is pretty nice. You got temperature here. Then you've got microamps, milliamps, and amps. And you see there's all frequency here as well. And the non-contact voltage, which is pretty nice. Now the neat things for kind of beginners is that when you set it somewhere, it actually lights up to tell you which holes they want the leads put in. Frequency, same thing. Resistance, capacitance, degrees Celsius. Current, right? See there, microamps in the milliamp slot. Again on the milliamp slot. And now into the amp slot. And the NCV, nothing lights up because it is this little probe here, I assume. Yep, that works just fine. Then we've got a backlight, which is pretty neat. I can definitely see that a little bit better. And then you have a flashlight, which is a cool addition. Honestly, it's on board. I don't know, like, you've got batteries. I don't know what the big deal is. Why don't you just put a little surface mount LED there? I would have never thought of that myself, but that's a really good point. I really do like the springiness of the dial here. It's pretty neat. And then you've got your function to cycle through the different things on the slot. So that's continuity and that's diode check. Pretty neat. Also, I like this min-max function. Probably only in voltage, but it's going to show you maximum, minimum. The only thing I would like added here would be an averaging function. So that's pretty neat. Let's try a couple things. Let's try to run this thing through the gauntlet. The voltage reference has been warming up for the last about 15 minutes now. We're going to switch this into voltage and see what we get. Alright, on the 10 volt setting, 10.01. That's pretty darn close. Switching the jumpers now to the 7.5 volt setting. I do have the extended jumpers somewhere, I just can't find them. So 7.5 volt setting, 7.51. Again, about 10 millivolts of discrepancy. Not bad at all. Very usable. On the 2.5 volt setting now. Whoops, I skipped the 5 volts. Okay, we're going to go to the 5 volt after. 2.501. So it's reading high by 1 millivolt. And last one on the 5 volt. .007. So 7 millivolt discrepancy there. Very serviceable. Pretty neat. Let's check the resistance now. So auto ranging. I think you can change. Actually, I don't know. I don't think you can do manual ranging. Interesting. All right, on the 10 ohm. Okay, we've got a, bang on, 10 ohms. On the 100 ohms. We are at 0.1%, and these are 0.01% resistors. So 0.1%, pretty good. Bang on the 1K. Look at that. 10K we've got. Bang on the 10K. 100K. Bang on. Look at that. That is awesome. Now for current. This is the hardest thing for a multimeter to read, but we will check it anyways. Pull out of the volts into the milliamp range. All right. Now we're going negative here and positive here. Wow, look at that. 50 microamps. This thing measures down really friggin' far. This one here. 495.2 microamps. That's impressive. And we have 5,000. So 4,545 microamps. But we can actually measure that in milliamps. Look at that, nearly bang on. This thing is actually incredibly precise at low current. That's incredible. I was not expecting this result, and this is impressive as hell. let's check capacitance next. For the capacitance testing now, we have the 82 nanofarad and the 100 nanofarad. So on the 82 nanofarad, we are between 30 and 40 picofarads off. That is a tiny amount. For the 100 nano, about the same thing, 30 to 40 picofarads off. So this thing is very close considering these things are only 1% tolerance. So this thing did a damn good job. This sort of accuracy is not something Kaiweets told me about. They just said, you know, it's a good quality multimeter. They didn't say anything about how accurate it was or anything. I'm actually very impressed with this unit. So there you have it. This thing is function rich. It's also feature rich and it's precision rich. I would not hesitate to buy this, especially at its price point. It's $45 on Canadian Amazon, link in the description below. But even better, it's $27 on American Amazon right now at the time of this recording. For precision, that is a phenomenal price for something this precise. But even having a multimeter that actually works, actually does what it says on the box for this price is pretty damn good. I was not expecting it to be that accurate. I was expecting this to have a similar sort of main processor as a lot of the multimeters have, but it seems like this one is stepped up quite a bit. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this if you're looking for a low cost and very functional multimeter. Thanks for watching.